Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel, Not Much Ordinary. Thank you so much to everybody who's taken the time to view my videos so far, who's given me a thumbs up, who's subscribed, and thank you to everybody who has looked at my blog and who's given it a read and left some comments, notmuchordinary.com. Thank you so much. The reason I started blogging a few years ago was my own kind of self-preservation, my own therapy to kind of work out kind of my own self, what had kind of happened to me when I got the NMO diagnosis. And the more I started to write, the more I realised how much I enjoyed it and how nice it is to kind of reach out to other people who have got NMO or might know somebody who has got NMO and want to know a little bit more about it. And the fact that people take the time to read it is absolutely amazing. It still shocks me now when people read it, and it's lovely. So thank you so much. I really do enjoy doing my blog, and I will be continuing with that. And that's the other reason I wanted to start this YouTube channel, was to reach out to other people with NMO or people that might know other people with it, whether it's family members, work colleagues, friends, or who are just curious. So thank you so much. So the video I wanted to talk to you today, I wanted to talk to you today about was shoes, because we don't really talk about shoes very much and footwear with NMO. So, as some of you know who know me personally, I wear Converse a lot, and I want to talk to you about why I wear Converse. Pop a comment below if you do as well. Let me know what you wear on your feet, what works for you. Are there certain things that you like to wear? Don't you like Converse? Are there certain things that you would choose to wear over other things? Whatever it is, let me know. And I wanted to start by showing you my very first pair and how it all came about. So they're a bit mucky because I've had them for about 4.5 years. They were second hand off eBay because there was no way I could have afforded full price Converse at the time, and I certainly can't now. But they're these canvas old style Converse with a high top. Oh, pardon me. And the reason I wanted the high top ones was because my ankles were turning in quite bad at the time. And I just wanted that kind of extra thing of support around my ankles when I was walking, something that felt a little bit more secure. And I saw these on eBay and I thought, oh, they're so cool because they've got stars. So that was my first pair. And then it kind of just started from there. The addiction kind of followed. I say addiction because it's... My friend asked me the other day how many pairs I've got, because I'd put on Facebook that I'd got a pair coming. And I had to really think about it. And I thought, I think it's about 15, 16 pairs. Not that I ever pay full price, apart from 1 or 2 pairs, which I'll show you later. Because I wear a lot of rockabilly style fashion, 1950s fashion, stuff like that, I find they go quite well with them. I also find them incredibly comfy. I'll show you this pair. These are absolutely battered. These, again, I've had for nearly 5 years. So my toe's gone through the end and they're all messed up. But with, if you can see, because they're quite solid, there's not really much give. That works for me personally, because I like to feel the ground when I'm walking along. Because if my nerves are bad one day, if my balance is bad, because they're not uber squishy, I just find that kind of works well for me. And the fact they come in all different colours means I can match them to my outfits. So they are going to be staying for some time, even though they're so wrecked. I just can't get purple Converse in a 9 or an 8.5. And I probably would actually be prepared to pay full price for them, because I have searched eBay, I have searched the Converse site. It's ridiculous. So yes, they are some old trusted favourites. They've been in the washing machine so many times. And the reason I sit in the washing machine is because I can't stand wearing socks. Oh my goodness. When the NMO diagnosis first came, I had real bad problems with my nerves in my feet, and I still do now. And I found that having that kind of soft thing on my foot would almost kind of confuse my brain. And I think it's important to remember with NMO, it's a neurological autoimmune illness. Yes, it affects us obviously massively physically. It's still neurological. So let me know again if you struggle with socks. I used to just find that my feet would just feel uncomfortable, like they would feel irritated, that the nerves would feel bothered, and it was always that kind of tickly feeling, and I didn't like. So when I started wearing just bare feet with my trainers, I found it more comfortable because I could grip better, I could feel better. At home, I'm always in barefoot, always bare feet. I don't wear slippers, which I'll come to now. A couple of months ago, when the walking got really bad, I went to see my GP and we discussed about bursitis and seeing a physiotherapist and a podiatrist. Never really knew what a podiatrist did, so I kind of gave it a quick Google and found some results for the NHS. And she took one look at me and she was very good, and she said, "Oh, you've got hypermobility." And I said, "Well, I never knew that. I'm 32, I'm actually 33 next week. Right, and I've always been able to do funny things with my fingers." And when she watched me walk, she said, "Oh, yeah, you throw your hips out and your knees down, this is why you're getting your pain." I don't know if the lesion perhaps started by then, probably so. And, you know, she wouldn't have known and I didn't know. But the walking got really bad. But one of the things she suggested was, if I wasn't wearing socks and I wasn't wearing slippers, how about Crocs? Now, these are not everyone's cup of tea. My husband was just like, "Oh God, really?" And she said, "Have you thought about wearing fuzzy Crocs, like fluffy Crocs?" And I said, "Well, no, I've worn normal Crocs in the past and I always found them quite comfortable, if not a bit too wide actually, even though my feet are quite wide now because of the fluid." And she said, "Oh, one of my ladies I see doesn't wear socks either because she has a problem with her nerves, but she's got some fluffy ones. Oh my gosh, they are so comfortable. I had no idea." So if you're a bit of a skeptic like I am, or not a Croc lover, even if you have a pair for slippers, I can really recommend them. I find normal slippers not supportive enough, and I just find they make my balance a bit odd. I'll sometimes wear them, but I can't really walk around in them. But these are so light. They are really squishy, even though I was saying I like Converse because they're really firm. These are squishy, but they are quite solid. I have worn them outside the house, even though they were meant to be slippers. They do have the strap on the back, so it does keep your foot in place, but also you can wear them like a clog, you know, if you just want to stick them on. They were a godsend when I went into hospital because my feet had got so bad I couldn't bend my feet into normal shoes or Converse. And my husband said, "Why don't you stick your Crocs on?" Oh, they're so comfortable, especially for this time of year. We're December now, and these are great. And with them being fleecy, fuzzy, whatever you want to call it, they are more narrow than the normal ones, and they come in loads of different colours. So that's a big thumbs up for me. Real big game changer. On the subject of podiatry, I was given some insoles to wear, which I've not done since I've come out of hospital because I've not felt the need. So these go in your shoes, and so, you know, if you have to wear Converse, you have to. They're not the best thing for your feet, so I did try them, you know, the different things. Personally, I still swear by Converse now. Since I've been on the steroids, things have been corrected, which is really good. Obviously it's not perfect, but it's getting there. And these have like arch support, so let me know if you wear something like this. I didn't find them that comfortable. I found they really pulled the sides of my knees where I was getting a lot of pain at the time. But she gave me those. I'm seeing her in January, so I'll see what she says then. Whether I'll have some made for me, whether I don't need them, I don't know. But let me know if you end up with something like that. The podiatrist, who was very good, also suggested I should wear something more squishy because Converse aren't very good for your feet. And I explained that the reasons why I wear Converse is because I like that, like I said, I can feel surfaces and they're quite light. You do have to be careful though, because the arch supports can wear out and you can hurt your feet if you're not careful. So if you are somebody that's very active and you know you need to be going out doing lots and lots of walking or physical stuff, they're probably not best for that. Somebody like me that can kind of just potter around, they kind of suit. But anyway, I put these disgusting, funky yellow Nike trainers that were in the sale on the ASOS because I don't like paying full price for trainers because they're so expensive. These will be going. So when I'm rich and famous, somebody out there might own my shoes. The reason I'm getting rid of them is if you can see the shape of the sole, I just kind of scan them around. they're a bit of an odd shape. I used to have some Nikes this kind of shape. Nikes, Reebok, sorry, back in the early noughties, way pre NMO. I think they're ridiculously, disgustingly retro-y, funky, and I love stuff that's really in your face. For me, they are so squishy, and the shape of the sole, I tend to kind of feel like I'm rocking from side to side when I'm walking. So let me know if you have that issue as well. Even though they've got like a really good tread and they are extremely well made and they're really light, they're just not good from a balance point of view. So you can kind of have that shaped sole. And if you look at a Converse sole, you know, it's knackered, it's more flat. So let me know what your thoughts are. When the walking got really bad, I kind of accepted I was never going to be wearing Converse again. I thought, that's it. I've done it to myself. I've ruined my feet wearing Converse and trainers and whatever. Obviously, that's not true. That's what I was thinking. But I did get these. Now, these were not cheap. These are Nikes. They are so light. These were in the sale on ASOS. I think it's because of the colour and because we're winter. So like all the winter colours like black and burgundy are still full price. These are about half the price. They say training inside. They're really lightweight. They're stretchy, woven fabric. They come up around the size of your feet and the laces are like elasticy. So when I'm better, I'd like to go back to the gym to work on my walking and general fitness and stamina. These, I think, will be coming with me to the gym. They're the only thing I could walk in before I went to hospital. And the reason that I was drawn to them was because my podiatrist said about having something with a bit of a sloped sole, and my physiotherapist had said the same, which these do have. They are really comfortable. They're not the easiest of things to get on. You know, if your ankles are perhaps a bit stiff, like mine can get a bit tight, they can be a bit difficult, but they are really comfy. And the shape of the sole for me works well, and there's a really good grip. So these will be staying, and I love the colour. I'm a sucker for kind of colourful things. But yeah, so they're a big plus. I can recommend them if you can get over the price or maybe save up for them. They're really nice. The last thing I want to talk to you about was I put on my blog the other day about Converse and insoles and finding the right kind of shoes and what happens when you stop doing your physio exercises and actually realise you're perhaps more comfortable not doing them. I said, well, buy red sparky Converse, of course. Oh, I love them. Love shoes, love them. These were not in the sale. They were not second hand. So I get a lot of Converse off eBay. If you can quite careful, you can get some that people have like worn once, for example, and maybe they don't like them. This was a happy birthday, Christmas. Ooh, I've had an NMO relapse present to me. And one of my lovely viewers of my blog, an NMO fighter, one of the lovely lady I talked to a lot on Facebook, said, oh my gosh, they're amazing. They're like Dorothy shoes. How fitting, because there's no place like home. You've just come out of hospital following an NMO relapse. There's no place like home. I was like, that's so nice. I'd not thought about that. And the reason I wanted red sparkly ones was because a few years ago when I came off steroids in 2016, yes, after 2 years on them, I'd bought a pair of red glittery irregular choice shoes. Love regular choice shoes. Oh gosh, they're so expensive. I only have 2 pairs because they're a bit small for me really, because I'm a 9 really, and the regular choice stop at 8.5. Some of them I can just fit in. So I had these red glittery ones and I wore them to one of the NMO UK balls, charity balls in Oxford for a Halloween ball they had, which was tremendous fun. I did actually change into Converse halfway through the night because I just couldn't manage the heel height. Sold them and always missed them. So I always thought, I really want some red glittery trainers. So these are going to be my Christmas shoes, and I love them. I love them because they're so in your face, and they've got purple and pink and blue and red. So I love them. And then I've not told my sister yet, but who loves purple, but though very naughty purchases. So I love them. So what I always try and find, what I try to do is find stuff that kind of I like, that goes with like my style, that's nice as well, that kind of goes to different things, that's really funky. Because what I can't do anymore, I can't wear shoes like this. I've only had them a few months and they're going to be going to the charity shop. They were like cheap Asda ones I bought for work, because I sometimes find that I need something that's just really light because I have a desk job. But they're so ridiculously uncomfortable. They were only cheap, but this is just to highlight that some people might be able to walk in these. Let me know if you can, because I can wear something like this maybe if I'm going out for like some dinner with some friends or family and I'm just sitting, that's fine. But I certainly can't walk around with stuff like this. There's no support. They're not good for your feet anyway, are they? I mean, there's no cushioning, they're just ballet flats. But just to show you, that's the kind of thing I can't manage. And this is why I wear Converse and trainers, because I need that support. So let me know what you wear. It'll be interesting to know. And I'm going to be talking about fashion and clothes and stuff in another video. But I just wanted to show you, I love Converse. No, Converse for me are brilliant, and I'm just so pleased I can start to walk in them again. So long may it continue. Thank you so much for watching. Have a super day. The sun's finally come out again here in England, so I'm going to try and get a little bit of fresh air if I can shortly. I'm going to have a big cup of tea now and a rest. Take care of yourselves. See you soon. Bye.